Hi, everybody. My name is Rochelle Rothman, and we're going to see some fun things tonight. You're going to see what's new, what's on sale, and I'm going to be making a few recipes for you. Maybe you've seen this type before, but you can do many different things in the products that I'm going to be showing you. We don't have a general host tonight because this I call like a multi-host night. This is a night when anyone and everyone can watch, enjoy, perhaps make an order. If you have somebody who sent you this after we recorded it and you want to purchase something, if the person is a Tupperware consultant, like we have Henchy Meisels on it tonight and others that will join in, you would then contact them to make a purchase of the product you'd like. If I invited you, then you would contact me. There is a link I sent in the invitation, which helps you go right onto the catalog and you can review it. But if you have a pen and a paper, you can jot down anything that you find that you're interested in, and I'll be glad to help you afterwards, okay? So one of the things I wanted to do is to write little tickets for who's on so I can do a drawing. I know who's here, so I'm gonna put your names down, including you, Handshake, too. I'll put it in here. Okay, good. I know you've all been to Tupperware parties before. Rosalind, have you ever been to a Tupperware party?
No, not really.
No? Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad that you're my first. Well, I'm your first. That would be nice.
Right.
Well, my stories, I've been around for half a century, thank God. I started doing Tupperware when I was, I tell people when I'm 5. If you can believe that, there's a bridge I can sell you. But since 1969. I joined Tupperware just to get out of the house and do something. I had a baby that was about 9 months old. He was one of those great, easy babies to handle that you always wish you had. He ate, slept, and wet. That's about all he did. And I had just moved into a new apartment. My first apartment was one of those walk-ups where in those days, the rent was $90 a month. Now, if you have your phone bill that low, you're happy. And my second apartment was the rent was about 2.5 times that amount. After 10 days in that apartment, it was brand new, had nothing to do there, nothing to clean, just collect the dust with a strainer maybe. And I called Tupperware just like that. And I decided to try it. My husband figured I'd last about 3 weeks because I had no car. And I ended up enjoying it so much that I did it part-time. I did it with a car service. People picked me up, people dropped me off, and that's how I did it. It wasn't until I had my second son, 18 months apart from this one, that I found out that I really want to get out of the house. He was colic for 7 months. You can imagine that. And so I did a lot of Tupperware parties in those days. And as a result, Tupperware said to me, hey, Rochelle, you know, you can become a manager. And what that means is you get a company car. And my husband said, wow, what is that? What do you have to do to get that? And they told me, and it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. And before I knew it, I drove a company car. And then it expanded my business quite a bit. I went many places. Over the years, I've had 24 brand new cars from Tupperware. And after the second dozen of the cars, I had an opportunity not to take a car because at that time, my daughter was driving the second car we ended up having, and she got married, and I had 2 cars, and I didn't need them. So I gave back the Tupperware car, and they gave us money instead of keeping the car. So I used that money to pay for the other car. So that worked out well for me in those days. Meanwhile, I'm still a manager, worked through 2 more boys, which gave me 4 reasons to get out of the house. And then I changed my recipe and I was able to have 2 daughters, 1 at a time. So I have 6 children that keep me busy. I'm also into the next generation as well. So we have grandchildren too, thank God. So that's more or less been my career. And over the years, I've learned all about cooking and storing and freezing. And my specialty is freezing and organizing pantries. I knew nothing about cooking, really nothing when I joined. My older sister and younger sister were cooks and bakers, and I was the middle child, very busy with outside activities in high school, tasting their food on my way out the door. So when I got married, both mothers thought my husband would starve. So they would send food. And when he came home from school, well, whatever the case might be, I would ask him, what do you want for dinner? My mother's or yours? And that's basically how he ate until I learned how to cook and how to do things through Tupperware. So that's one of the benefits, is that you learn a lot about food, about health, about nutrition, indirectly, not through a class, but they do have classes and everything nowadays is on video. So we're really educated quite a bit. So now what I want to do is show you how we're going to be making some of this food today. I wanted to play a quick game, but I'm going to wait to see if we get more people. We'll wait for that. Okay. Meanwhile, I do have your tickets for the drawing. We're going to start off with how you start your morning. Start your morning with sometimes cereal, right? Some of you have cereal in the morning. What do you have? Oatmeal? What do you have usually? Sherry?
So Rice Krispies.
What?
Rice Krispies.
Oh, okay, good. Henshi, what do you eat? Can you hear me? Henshi? Doesn't hear me. Okay, Rosalind, do you have cereal in the morning?
No, sometimes.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a great smoothie for you. We're going to take the Tupperware Power Chef, the Supersonic chopping system. Tupperware just changed the name because they changed the product a little bit. They made it even better. It started off with the chop and prep. This is the original, which is a 3-blade stainless steel blade in a 1 3/4 cup capacity container with a rubberized base. Original color was green. Whatever you put in there, you just simply, you lean it on the counter and with 2 fingers, and the cookie that I put in here is now crumbs. Onions literally in 4 seconds are chopped. Garlic, herbs, anything you want to put in here. You want to make avocado dip. You want to make any kind of tuna dip, egg salad, you name it, you've got it. It's great. Now I put the cookies in the bottom of this cup because we're going to fill it with chocolate mousse shortly. But meanwhile, we're doing a banana smoothie. So hold on, let me get the frozen part. I have salmon, fresh slices of salmon steak. That's for the next recipe. Okay, I have frozen blueberries going in here. Then I have some fresh strawberries that are going in here. Then I'm going to be putting a cup of almond milk. Hold on. Now I could, if I want, pour it right in there or pour it in the funnel. Turn the handle to the funnel and it goes right down. Or pour it directly in.
I think they pull the string with. Remember when you didn't like that instrument that you pull the strings?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
You turn it. Then I'm going to take a little bit of
She's making a smoothie.
cinnamon for my Tupperware spice shaker. And I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of protein powder. I like chocolate. One. And this could be my breakfast for tomorrow. Nobody shows up here. That's what I'm going to do with it. Okay.
What's pudding powder?
All right. Now we're going to take the cover, which is the same one as the little one. It works on the small one and the big one. And we're going to turn it till it's locked. And I'm just going to simply pull. Every pull is like 28 times with a knife. It's supersonic, which means it makes it really fast. Just lean on it and you pull. It's already all mixed. You see?
No,
All mixed.
I see nothing in there.
What? Now I can make in here a cake mix if I want. I can throw in it like a Duncan Hines size cake mix if I want. I want to make it really thin. I could throw in here potatoes, so I can make potato kugel in here. I'm going to take out the triple blade. I like to put in the whisk to fluff it up. Okay. All right. This pull. I'm just gonna fluff it up. Move it up a little bit. All right. And pour it into my Tupperware tumbler. Put it in the fridge. And I have tomorrow a nice cold drink. And by the way they made the top is that when the hole is covered, nothing can fall inside and get caught. So you don't have to clean it so hard when you're making it. And here we go. Just like that. Okay. Now what's nice about this also is if you want to clean this container, it's very easy. You just put some hot water in it, a little soap, hot water, pull the handle and it cleans itself, just like that. Very, very easy. So if you're interested in this particular item, it's $69 and you will love it. It's really great. It's easy to take apart to clean the other part. And when you want to clean any Tupperware that's detailed like that, we have these wonderful brushes. You notice how it's built? It's built like a toothbrush with an extra head on top. So you can get into all the corners and all the areas. It's even good to clean around your sink, around a baby chair, things like that. I love it. Every cover, every kind of thing you want to clean. They come in a set of 2. Okay, so that's our smoothie. Now we want to put up our salmon. Now the salmon, you can do this with tuna steaks also if you'd like. You take half a cup. I took of shelled pistachios. And then I took a whole lemon and I used the Tupperware all-in-one, which includes a zester. And I zested the lemon into the chop and prep, the small one, with the pistachios. This, by the way, also has a juicer. You could squeeze your juice from here. It also has an egg separator. So you crack your eggs, have your yolks. Actually, some people watch what they're eating and they would like to have an omelet. And many people have white egg omelets. I actually make one with 1 whole egg and 3 egg whites. And it comes out really great and it's pretty healthy. Then we have our cover. This whole set, I believe it's only like $15. It's really great. Very nice gift. One lady bought 15 of them, put it away for Hanukkah, Christmas.
Wow.
Great idea. You wrap it up, pretty paper with a bow, and tell them when they make a good recipe, send you some. So it's really inexpensive gift, you know? You think about it, there's a lot of things nowadays because of what's going on with transportation and shipping and docking that can't unload the containers off New York. I don't know if you know about that. So a lot of basic things that you think you can get, you won't be able to get. The demand is great and they cannot ship it. They can't take it out of New York from the ships and they don't have truckers to bring it to the stores. You know you're going to get this. Okay, you can look in the catalog, you'll find this, okay? And that's a beautiful extra thing to get. Now we're taking all the pistachios and the sets of lemon, and I'm making it tough. You can see. And fine. Here we go. And by the way, this blade is designed so that it's angled down. That means that the bottom keeps it, when the food goes through it, it pushes the food down. I don't know if you could notice that in the picture, but it's a very ingenious way of designing a blade. It's not a flat blade, it's an angled blade, okay? We're gonna take the crumbs, put it on top of the salmon, you can see, and just lay it across the top. You want to wear gloves, you can wear gloves, but this one is going to be eaten by, I guess, my husband or myself. It's a big piece, so we can actually share it. It's a big one. There's lemon in it. There's also a little pepper, Not much more. That's it. That's the whole ingredient. You don't have to grease it or anything. What I'm putting it in is called the Micro Pro Grill. This is going to go in the microwave. Now, if you have a microwave, it's an amazing tool. If you don't have a microwave, you can make this in the oven too. Just put it on either your baking pan or put it on a Tupperware microwave oven-proof container that we do sell. And you can make it in there too. What happens, why this is so fantastic, is because it's metal, if you notice. Now metal, you're wondering, how can you put this in a microwave? You can, because microwaves are not cooking it. The way it's being cooked right now is when it goes in the microwave will heat up the container, so it's about 450 degrees inside. And the special material that is on the top and the material inside is going to heat up like an oven. And whatever's inside, because it's touching, will be grilled just like a barbecue grill. I have two because I'm kosher. So I have one I make my chicken in all the time. I just made my chicken for the weekend. For Shabbos, I made beautiful chicken on the bone. I put some sesame teriyaki sauce on 3 bottoms, put them in the microwave for 17 minutes, and then turned it over for about another 5 minutes, and that was it. In the oven, it would have taken like over an hour and 20 minutes. The first time I made it, I experimented. I took half my recipe in here and the other half in the oven in a regular baking pan. And I'm telling you, that one took well over an hour. And the one in here, I could have made twice in the time it took to make the oven one. And it tasted the same. So it's great. So this is going to go in my microwave now. I'm going to put it in. It says for 8 minutes. I'm going to put it in for about 5 minutes because I like it well done. Okay, so that's going. Now we're going to take our special best piece, and this one Rosalind wants to see. This is called the whip and mix. Now this is one oh, by the way, the two that I just showed you have a special deal with Tupperware. The little one is $39, but there's a special deal that if you want both, you can get both at a special price in the catalog. It shows you that if it's called the Supersonic chopper system. You get both the big one and the little one together with one of the pulley covers. That's, we call it the motor, together because it fits on both. So instead of paying for $39 and $69, you get it for $93 for both. So it's really a nice savings between the two. So if you're interested in that, that's a great deal. Now we have the whip and mix chef. All right. Whip and mix chef, once you put it together, make sure it's on right. You take the cover, line it up, and you lock it. There's a lock here. You have 5-cup capacity bowl. Whether you're doing egg whites or whether you're doing a whip like I'm doing right now, works the same. I'm opening up my whip. It's a non-dairy whip. You can use heavy cream, whatever you want to use. Then I pre-measured 2 tablespoons of cocoa and 3 of sugar. And I'm putting it right in here. All right. And you put in your cover. And you have to look at the other side, has 2 teeth on the end, like 2 teeth, and there's a place to put it. It lines up and it's locked. You put on your handle, and if you were going to add any liquid, you put in the funnel. And the funnel has measurements so that if you wanted to add ingredients like a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, or teaspoons, you'd put it in and it would not go through until you turn it. Once you turn it, releases the opening and it goes through, but you can measure it this way without having to use a separate measuring spoon. So this is a great idea. Same thing with the Power Chef, the same thing. This is coming, we don't need this. Locking it, putting my handle on. Now, we don't need second gear. This is second gear. It goes like that. First gear makes a little noise. The stopwatch, like 30 seconds or 40 seconds, whatever. Actually, about over a month ago, 2 months ago, we had a Tupperware cooking class, which we do every few Monday nights from our team. And they had kids in the kitchen. And my twin grandson, 6 years old, were the kids that I shared. And they made this recipe, my grandchildren, and they also made the smoothie. And it's on YouTube if you want to watch it. And they're identical twins, so it's real cute. So as you turn it, you'll notice it feels heavier. That's because it's ready. Just about, almost 100% ready. Ready. Here we go. Look at that.
Oh,
Look how fast. Look, not liquid at all. Rosalind, you see it? You see it, Rosalind?
I see it.
Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Incredible. Now, I'm going to take my spatula, which Tupperware sells, and put it in this on top of the cookies. You have cookies, mousse, chocolate mousse, and then I took my spiralizer, my Tupperware spiralizer, and I lock it on here. To lock it, so you can't move it. Attach my apple and turn it, and out comes spiralized apple.
oh,
Look at that.
that's good.
Spiralized apple. See that? So we're going to take a little bit of the apple and put it on top of the chocolate mousse with the cookie.
Oh, that's good.
Now it look nice? Who wants to come and taste?
Ugh,
It's really good. It's very easy to make, really easy. So you can do this for the holidays. You can use apple. You can use any kind of fruit you want. You can just put strawberries on top. You can put sprinkles on top, whatever you'd like. But it's so easy to make, takes no time, and it's yummy. It's really, really good. And that is with the whip and mix. Now the whip and mix also, you can have the second gear, and you can actually make cake batter. You can make like I made a pound cake the other week using it. Someone else made chocolate chip cookie mix in here, and you can use this on the Yontif holiday. The ones who are observant, they know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the chop. And by the way, when I have extra from my, what do you think I do with this? I save it. So the next time I make my salmon or it's tuna, I'm ready. I don't have to make it again. I store it in my Tupperware freezer containers, the freezer makes, which are now on sale. I'm going to show you them in a minute, but this is what I use to store them in, and I put them in the fridge, and then I have it handy whenever I want it. So I make it once, and I have enough for several times, as you can see. So this is a great saving of time. Really good. And the spiralizer, we have the handy one right now, which is shown in the flyer, which is on sale right now. Instead of 29, it's 19. This one is a whole system. This is where I put the apple in. Very easy to come out. Comes right out. And I usually use my brush to clean it, put it away. It has 3 different blades. One of them is the one you just saw. The second one makes like a flat, almost like a fettuccine type of a pasta. I put my zucchini in here and I make zoodles all the time. Instead of pasta, I make zoodles as a side dish. There is also a beautiful recipe that I'd like to show you that I made with it. See it? Here, let me show you the picture. See it?
oh,
Look at that. That's called a Zoodle Kuggle. I took zucchini and carrot and onion, and I spiralized it. Look at that. and I put a number of eggs and a few other small ingredients, and I baked it in a 9x13 pan, and look how gorgeous. And I took some of the carrots in the middle, made it almost like a flower. I brought it as a gift for a meal I was invited to, and they loved it, just loved it. Isn't that pretty?
Mm.
So if you'd like the recipe for it, let me know, and I'll be glad to share it with you. Okay, and that's my Zoodle recipe that works beautifully with this. Also, there's another recipe there's another blade that makes thin chips, like potato chips. You put inside the hole of the blade, a little tiny hole here. You stick a skewer, a wooden skewer in it. So as you're using the spiralizer, when you put a potato in or a sweet potato in, for example, you lock it in place. As you turn it, it threads the skewer. So when you pull it out, you have everything hanging on it. And you take the skewer, you put it on a baking pan, a little olive oil, salt and pepper, and you have your own homemade potato chips. That's it. Delicious. I have pictures of it. I'll show it to you in an email. Okay. And they sell this 2 ways. You can buy the top alone, but the base is what's required to start. And they also have one that makes sorbet. They have one that does chopped meat. It's a lot of things you can do with it. You look it up in the catalog. You have the link that you can click from the invitation I sent you, and it shows the whole catalog. And you scroll down and you can see all these things in the catalog, okay? All right, now we're gonna take, by the way, the spice shakers that I'm using and the modulars that I use for my cocoa, everything there is in the book as well. I think the salmon is done. Looks like it's done. Look at that.
Oh,
See it? If you could smell this, wow. If you could see the steam coming out of it. Rosalind, you see it? And she? Isn't that beautiful? Really nice. Smells good. Looks great. Really, really nice. Now the Micro Pro Grill is an investment item. That particular item, when you use it with the cover on touching the food, it grills. If you turn the cover around so that there's a space, it's more of a casserole. That means you can make a cake in there, make cobblers in there, you can make pizza in there. There's a lot of things you can make in there. I make in there, and my other one that I have it all the time, I make grilled chicken in about 4 minutes a piece. It's amazing. I make in there red potatoes. You know the little red potatoes we buy, you know, to make them in bulk? Takes like about 45 minutes in the oven, right? I made them in there in 8 minutes. Can you imagine? 8 minutes. That means you don't have to be a slave in the kitchen. It's worth the investment. It's $199 for it. But when you do have your own Tupperware demonstration and you collect sales from other people, or you want to do a Zoom or an in-home party, I'll do either one, you can earn gifts. You really can. You can get many different things. I'll show you what you can get. One of the things you can get right now is a very special time in Tupperware. You see this picture? You see this one? It shows you during the month of October, because October is a big month. October, just for having the party, you get for free the little salt and pepper shakers, the little ones. Aren't they cute?
I think I got touch.
The little ones, but they're in white, this size, little ones, smaller ones. And then when you have sales of about $200 or more collected from different people, you have a choice of one of these 4 other items. One of them could be the miniature crystal wave container that we have, which is miniature from the whole set that we have back there. Keeps your fruits and vegetables fresh, but this is a great size for herbs. What you do basically, whatever goes inside, there's a picture here. You follow the picture and slide the vent to where it shows you that particular food goes. So if I put dill in here, I would put it into the opening because it needs air. And I find that my dill or scallions or parsley stays about 21 days dry like a feather. It's amazing. You will not be throwing out any of your fruits or vegetables anymore, okay? My husband actually had red grapes in one of the other pieces. And there it didn't need air, just press the middle. And my strawberries also, go that way. My strawberries stay about 2 weeks.
And Shemaisel's cup.
It's amazing. So this one is a free gift. You get 2 of them just for having the party with 200 in sales. Then there's a 12-cup bowl, and there's another set of 3 bowls that you can get free. Once your sales reaches the 300 level, then you get to choose anything you want in the catalog for half price. So what a lot of people do is they take the Micro Pro grill. So they get it for $99 instead of $199. It's a good deal. And you can purchase the Micro Pro ring. This fits into the Micro Pro grill and it becomes a cake pan and you can bake a cake in it. It's very flexible, it's silicone, it fits right inside and you can make a nice little cake in like 5 minutes in there. Isn't that amazing? I make a 6-minute chocolate cake all the time. It's a great, great addition to it. Or you can choose anything you want in the catalog and then you start receiving free credit to shop in the book. With a $300 sales to $4.99, you get 10%, which is $30 minimum free to $50 free. And when you hit the level of 500, then you get 15% of your party sales, which is at least $75 free to $150 free. And you get 2 choices for half off. Now, what Tupperware is doing now, because it's our record breaker month, it's a very special month, that when you hit the level of 600, you do get the 2 half-offs, you do get the percentage, normally a 15%. What Tupperware is doing, they're adding another 10%. That means you get 25% of your party sales free credit. You shop in the book. Imagine that, free. That means you'll get about $150 to $250 of free Tupperware. How do you like that? All you have to do is invite some friends, have coffee, tea, and me, or don't have coffee. Have your own coffee. Go on a Zoom. Everybody will drink what they want. Have some wine, whatever you'd like. And you still earn the credit. Now, if you go big and you have $1,000 or more in sales, and that's, I'll send you some catalogs. You can hand the catalogs on to other people. Maybe you have a friend who wants to do a little fundraiser. You have the Boy Scouts, you have school, whatever the case might be. Your sales hits the level of 1,000 or more. You get 3 half-off items and 30% of party sales. That means you get at least $300 and up in host credit. Isn't that amazing? And at the bottom, you see we have 2 choices. It's called 75 host credits. In other words, when your sales reaches the level, you have 2 people who decide they want to also have their own party. That's called a booking. Then 2 of them, plus at least 500 in sales, you can choose this gorgeous 3-piece set of bowls. Now, it has a special cover in one of them with a hole in the middle. So it's a splash cover so that whatever you do with the mixer, it's not going to splash out, if you know what I mean. See it? Really good. It shows a little baby in the back of the book with their hands in the bowl. Very cute. Okay. It also comes with a strainer built into it. So if you want to drain something, you see how it comes out? It also has the whole capacity to fit all the pieces from what I showed you before. The all-in-one sets. That means if you wanted to drain something, you wanted to squeeze something right into the bowl, or you wanted to zest something, or you wanted to do your eggs, everything fits in the middle of this bowl. This is a gorgeous set of bowls, and they are valued at $150, but we don't sell it. It also comes with a very special scoop, and this scoop, you can see it, has 3 different heads on it. So it helps you scoop your cookie dough, or scoop your meatball dough, or help you scoop when you're making matzo balls, whatever you want. It's a scoop, and it changes the head for the size that you want, and it comes with the set. And this will take, let's say you earned $150 of free Tupperware. Well, 75 of that credit would give you this set. That's what it means. But you don't have to take, that set. You could just choose your own Tupperware choice that you'd like. But this is worth alone $150, and then you'd have another 75 credit to get other things. So you can really clean up and get quite a bit this month. They're doing all these bonuses right now. The other choice you have is on the bottom on the left. And it's a 16-piece holiday serving set. All those pieces, if you see it, that's available too for the same kind of choice. Okay, so there's really nice gifts just for having some friends together to, to watch and see what else there's available. Okay. Okay, now the other things I wanted to show you, real important, is the freezer. Show you this. Everybody know what UFOs are? Unidentified frozen objects. You go to your freezer. I know one lady told me she thought she labeled her chicken, but when she took it out and defrosted it and she opened it up, she said her chicken turned to fish. So you want to make sure that you label everything. But one of the things I like to do is I like to use Tupperware freezer mates. Look at this. This is my freezer. See that picture? Here's another one.
Oh,
Foil and baggies have never seen the inside of my freezer. Never. I find it so much easier to pull out things when you have it labeled. Now, when my kids were little and I was freezing like cookies and some good stuff, I didn't want, and they knew how to read, I didn't want them to get it, so I would label it liver. So they never went to it. Okay, now the line of Tupperware called the Freezer Mates is on sale right now. And this set is absolutely incredible. You have different sizes. You have the 4 1/4 cup, 1 3/4 cup. So if you're making soup, for example, what's so special about this material, it stretches. It has stain guard. Now, what does stain guard mean? Let's see, let me just make sure you can see me well. Okay. All right. Stain guard does not let sauce. So if you're going to put tomato sauce, you have meatball sauce, any kind of sauce you're putting in, stuffed cabbage, it will not stain the Tupperware. It has a little bit area that's raised so that as you put one container on the other, air circulates underneath and freezes it quickly. When you're trying to take something out of it, you put a little cool water on it and stretch it, and it'll pop out easily. It has a snowflake design on it. I don't know if you could see it. It's like a snowflake design. These are the 4 3/4 cup. You get 2 of these in the set, and then you get the 1 3/4 cup, which is this size. Now, in this size, this is enough for two cups of soup. Because I freeze my chicken soup in here. I put a bunch of these in just for 2. But if I know I'm going to have company, I'll make a bigger one. But sometimes you know that you want to put something big away. So what do? Take the bigger size. This one. See the difference? So if you're going to freeze large amounts of sauce or meatballs or chicken, prepare different types of food, you would find that works well. Now, one of the things that I know also about freezing is that when it comes to electricity and blackouts, whether it's the summer, whether it's the winter, you know that a full freezer will keep your food safe in a blackout, a full freezer for 72 hours. But if it's not full, you only have 12 hours. So you have to make sure that your freezer's full. Now, let's say you didn't go food shopping. You didn't do any shopping yet. You want to fool your freezer into thinking it's full. This is what you do. You go to your Tupperware, whatever Tupperware you have, fill it with water. Leave a little bit of space to allow for expansion. Take blank paper, like this. Blank piece of paper, like this. Fill this with water. Put the paper on the edge. Close the Tupperware, and when you open the Tupperware, you'll know whatever has a little paper sticking out is just water, not food. But the freezer, the airspace is used up, so your freezer is going to work more efficiently. If you do this anytime, you'll find that when you stand next to your freezer, listen to how often the motor goes on and off with a full freezer. Less often. That means your electric bill will be less because your freezer is not working harder to maintain its coldness because it's empty. You want to keep it busy, and that's how you keep it busy when you didn't fill it up. Now that set with all the pieces in it, the Freezer Made Starter set, which in the catalog, it includes all these sizes. See the bottom? See all these? All these pieces are supposed to be 94. Right now, it's 59 for all these pieces. 59. This is an amazing sale. 59 instead of 94. So if you don't need all of them yourself, you get them, give away some of them, fill them with something, put a bow on it. That could be a gift to somebody. Now, the other ones I showed you, the 11 cup and the big flat one is supposed to be, these two are supposed to be 60, but right now they're 35, the two together. So if you want to put in here cupcakes you baked, or maybe you baked a loaf cake, or maybe you have chicken that you want to put in here, this is a great deal for that. You want to prepare for Thanksgiving, these are great. So these freezer sets are really, really good. It's an amazing, amazing sale. And right now there's another sale on top of a sale that with any $50 purchase, Tupperware is letting you get a measuring mate set. That's the measuring cups and measuring spoons together, which normally are $25. You can get it for $12.50. See that? So it's half price, just because you purchased something else. And just to show you some of the things from the Micro Pro Grill. You see it? Yeah, all the different things in it. All right. Another wonderful thing that we have right now, I don't know if you're always on the go, but I know that if I was going to go out with a hot coffee, nothing would I like better than to have my Commuter mug. The Commuter mug is great because it keeps really hot, and it's 360. No matter where you turn it, you could drink it from any corner. 360. It keeps hot for hours. It's supposed to be 19. It's only 12 right now. So this is also in the catalog. You could scroll down and take a look at that too, which is ideal. Also, I don't know if you've seen it or heard about it, but Tupperware came out with jars. Would you believe it? Jars? Look at this. Jars. So I have here two of them. I have the big one.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. Jars. And I have a little smaller one. So if you like to have things like, and they're see-through, so whatever you put in here, you can see. If you like to line up jars in your cabinet, or you like to have a shelf where you want to put it. One lady put her dog food in it. One lady put her, here, they have all different things in here. You can see the picture. See? Lots of different things you can put in it. And there's all different sizes. The size I showed you is 3 quarts. And the second size I showed you is 1.5 quarts, 1.5 quarts. And they're different prices. They're not a lot of money. If you want to know more about it, you'll talk to me about it afterwards, okay? Also, they came out with something else new. If you do like cheese, cheese has to breathe, and Tupperware has amazing products for cheese. It's called the Cheese Smart. It has a special kind of cover that allows the cheese to breathe without smelling up the refrigerator. It has little holes in it, a tray, and there's different sizes. This is for flat. If you want to, if you're not into kosher, you can have your cold cuts and your cheese laying side by side, and they stay beautifully in here. It's a nice tray. You can serve from it as well. My favorite is what they just came out with. This gorgeous, clearly elegant picture. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous?
That's nice.
Isn't it beautiful? It looks like glass, but it's not. And there's matching glasses that go with it. This is all in the catalog. You can see all these. Beautiful. This is about 1.5 quarts. Almost, I think 1 3/4 quarts. There's a lot more that I'm not showing you, but you can take a look. We even have a gorgeous new baby set they came out with. You need a baby gift? This is cute. When a baby's starting to learn to eat by themselves. I have 1 or 2 of these I'm getting for myself, for my grandchildren. This part suctions to the high chair, so it doesn't move. So that when their bowl goes inside, it doesn't go flying. When they're trying to eat by themselves, the bowl fits inside and it doesn't move. Hi, Shoshana. And then you would take the bowl with a spoon and the baby can eat, and the spoon will not go pushing the bowl around because this is staying on the high chair. It's not moving. And of course, they have their cup with 2 hands so they could suck it nicely. And it's a soft plastic. So the whole set goes together. It's in the catalog too. So take a look. This is a nice baby gift. For the holidays coming up. And the best sale in the whole catalog are the tools. All of our Tupperware tools right now are on sale. You could see them in the catalog. They're on the flyer I sent you. Here they are. All the different tools. So that if you wanted to take the tongs, instead of it being 11, it's only 7. There's nothing like grabbing the chicken off the frying pan or pulling out the steak or pulling out a couple of French fries or whatever the case might be with a Tupperware tool. You know how it is after you're married even a few years, everything gets sort of cruddy, but not Tupperware. Tupperware is the one that you want to have in your kitchen. The whisk, all of them, they're all on sale. Most of them are $7 instead of 11. There's a metal whisk, which instead of 19 is only 12. And the silicone spatula, which is really fabulous, is 10 instead of 17. So all these are really good. And by the way, the jars I just showed you, because October month is breast awareness month, breast cancer awareness, they made them in pink. So if you like pink, you have a couple of things in pink you could choose. See? And by the way, they came out with a nice different Jell-O mold in rectangular shape and size. So you can make Jell-O molds or ice cream cakes in it. Look at that. And it's on sale for 20. Really nice, quite a bit. I wanted to give you a tip on freezing when you freeze chicken. One of the things that I like to do is if you're going to buy chicken cutlets, you buy like a family pack. Now, I did a demonstration called Cook for 6, Serve for 2. It was for actually during the quarantine time when everybody was home. A lot of the men had to cook for themselves. They were not with their wives because they were single. They were divorced people. I had like a huge Zoom I did across the United States. And I was home and everybody was in different locations. And I taught them how to cook for 6 and serve for 2. So that you cook once and you divide it up. And what you do is when you buy food, when you buy chicken, for example, you buy the chicken cutlets and they come in the family pack, you can get 10 pieces. So you take all the raw chicken and you lay it on foil, could be in a cookie sheet or Tupperware, untouched, separate, next to each other, like beds in a room, and put them in the freezer for about an hour. A little more maybe, your freezer might be a little bit different, for about an hour and a half, so it freezes. Now each piece is frozen, but not stuck to the next one. So you could pile them into any of the freezer mates I showed you, whether it's this one or it's the flat one, and you'll have all your chicken piled up. Now you need 1 or 2 pieces. You could pull out 1 or 2 pieces. You don't need a hammer and a chisel. You could do that with fish as well. Now what I do differently with fish, I'm going to show you my salmon. Now with fish, you do something different. I went to my freezer now to pull out my salmon. I want to show you. Look at my salmon. You take fresh salmon and you cover it with water and you freeze it that way. So now when I want to take a piece of salmon out, I go to my sink, I run the warm water over the pieces I need, whether it's 1 or 2, and the water will automatically dissolve. And my fish is on its own. And then I could grill it either in the Micro Pro grill or however I want to cook it. And I want you to know, you cook it semi-defrosted. And when you do that, it tastes like you just caught it. It really does. It's amazing how it is. That's the way to freeze fish. Okay, I got that from a fishmonger, about 45 years ago. He told me that trick. Okay, now the chicken do that. Now meatballs is another thing. How do you freeze meatballs? Now, if you're going to make, let's say, Shara, you made 80 meatballs the other week, right? Say yes. Sure. Now, Susan or someone wants to come over. They heard you made them. Wow, your sauce is so good. But what do you do with stock? How are you going to give her she wants to taste a couple of meatballs, but they're stuck. So what do? Should I tell them the secret?
Tell me.
What you do is you take all the meatballs that are cooked and you line them up in a cookie sheet that has foil on it first. No sauce. You take all the meatballs, line them up, already cooked next to each other, put them in the freezer for that hour, hour and a half, and every meatball is going to freeze, but not next to each other. They're all frozen. You take all the meatballs that are frozen, you throw them in the big Tupperware container here. You'll hear it shake like marbles because they're frozen. And that's it. Now, what do you do with your sauce? You could do two things with your sauce. In the old days, I would just take my Tupperware freezer mate and I'd fill it with whatever sauce I had left, and I'd label it meatball sauce, Italian sauce, or sweet and sour sauce, depends which meatball that you made. Fill it up. And then when you want to have, I don't know, 4 meatballs, one of your grandchildren's coming over, or your husband wants 6 meatballs, you don't have to use this much sauce for the meatballs, right? It's too much. So what do? You don't defrost it. You go over your cutting board, push it out, and out comes your block of frozen sauce. So I take my knife that I use when I'm going to hold a turkey or chicken, stab it into the sauce, take a serrated knife, put some hot water, and I slice the sauce I need.
Oh,
And the rest goes back. And that's what I would do. Now, there's another thing you could do with soup. Sometimes I make a lot of soup. And it's too much soup to serve because it's only the 2 of us. So sometimes I'll have this filled with soup. It's too much for 2, right?
mm,
Same thing. I freeze the soup sideways for the first half hour. So all the vegetables go to the side. So now if I'm going to slice some soup, every slice has vegetables in it.
oh,
Understand? Okay, now since Tupperware came out with the most amazing ice trays, I don't do that as much. Why? Because when you fill this, whether it's water, you put water in it through here, and then you don't have to mop your floor every time when you go into the freezer. You can put one on top of the other, doesn't get a freezer taste. But how about putting sauce in here? You put sauce in here. The bottom is silicone. When you want to take one out, you pop it. See? And out pops. It pushes it out by popping the silicone base. You're not fighting the ice cube tray. It pops right out. So whether you're putting, many times I will freeze my cream of zucchini soup in here. I'll freeze my my butternut squash soup in here. And when I make my zoodles with the spiralizer, remember, instead of pasta, I will take a few cubes of one of those soups, throw it in with my zoodles in the microwave for 3 minutes and 30 seconds, a couple of cubes. And as I mix it, I get the taste of the soup with the spiralizer, with the zoodles. Isn't that amazing? So it's a great way of saving yourself having to buy, things that are, you don't know what's in it. You make your own. So you have your sherry burger or sherry meatballs, and sauce, or Rosalind makes your own kind of thing, right? This is the way to do it. These come in a set of 2. You need at least 2 because you're always using it for ice cubes, or maybe you're going to use it for the soups or the sauce, or maybe you want to use it for plain water and put little slivers of lemon or lime in it, so it freezes, or even blueberries in it, or a piece of strawberry inside. And when you freeze it, when someone wants a drink, out comes your cube with a pretty little fruit inside it. So it's a nice way to serve for the holidays ahead. Okay, these are great. So when you're doing freezer, this is essential. Now I'm in the sale on the tools, by the way. There's a special deal right now. Here's the paper that I showed you. That if you're buying the tools, they also have a holder for the tools. See it? See the holder? So this holder you can purchase. And what I would do to use it as a gift is the holder is $15 instead of $20. So I would take as many tools as you'd like. I would take 3 or 4, purchase those as $7 each, put them in the holder, take a pretty clear paper, wrap it up with a nice bow, and you have a very nice holiday gift to give somebody. everybody can always use a few tools. So if it's Hanukkah or Christmas, whatever holiday's coming up that you celebrate, these tools are really great. Together with the holder, you get both and you wrap it up. And you'll see it's such a wonderful gift. The housewarming, if you go to somebody for a visit and sometimes you want to bring a cake, this is cheaper than a cake. And the cake is gone. This is the gift that keeps on giving. Every time they use it, they'll remember you. I met somebody this week, actually yesterday. I went to a celebration in the synagogue for someone who was getting married. And there was a girl there who I gave a wedding gift to a few months ago for her wedding. I usually do give Tupperware. And she came over to me and she said to me, Mrs. Rothman, I love all the Tupperware you gave me. I use it all the time. And she thanked me. And this is besides the thank you card I got, but she really was expressing her appreciation that she uses it all the time. So, I mean, it's a gift. It's a gift that they always remember. So if you're thinking of doing this type of thing, there's beautiful things on here. It's really ideal. Now, one of the things I want to do is I want to give out, I have a few prizes to give out. So this is how we're going to do it. Before I do that, there's one other thing I wanted to tell you. There's something really special that we have in Tupperware. I don't know if you realize it, but to me, Tupperware has been like a family to me for so many years. With all the people I've met, you know how it is that you go to Costco? How many people go to Costco? Or maybe you go to Sam's Club, BJ's. There's a membership to go, right? Right? Well, Tupperware has a deal. Since the quarantine, they've done this, where if you want to open an account with Tupperware, you can get a virtual kit and join and become, a special preferred customer for $15. If you decide to do that, you can buy anything for yourself or anyone else in your family for 25% off. That's besides the sale that I just showed you. And you'll be able to purchase it continuously, like for the next year or so. And if you decide you want to buy it and sell it to somebody, you'll make that 25%. But if you'd really like to give it a try and enjoy doing what I do, you can get a kit. It's called the Deluxe Demo Kit. And the kit is about $400 a product. You only pay $119 for it. But you could take all that and sell it if you want, but you can actually use it. Just look at all the beautiful pieces that are in there. It's a little bit of everything in there. It's really ideal. It's really, really nice. But if you'd like to know more about it, or someone would like to make some extra money, or just join and be a virtual customer, this is the fun thing about Tupperware. They've always changed and always did good things to help everybody. Really, really fun. I really have been enjoying it totally. Now, from the line that's there's one other line I want to just show you for a second. And this is the Clearly Elegant line. Look at it. Isn't this gorgeous? Looks like glass. Isn't that pretty? All these bowls, they're all in the catalog. And when you're not using them, they go one into the other. That matches the picture. But if you want to know more about this, we can do this next time. Same thing with the Fridge Smart. I will show you this size. This is one of my favorite sizes. This holds the whole salad bag, whether you buy the romaine or you buy the salad bag mix or you buy any of those salad mixes. Usually it looks like, sort of mushy. But when you put it in here, it lasts 5 times longer. And this is only $20. It's great. I love it. It's called the Fridge Smart. And these are ideal. So if you're looking to, Kirby's. Oh, the Kirby's are wonderful in here. It's just an amazing tool. This, when you open it, you see how it has little wells inside. So it sits above its moisture. You see? So it really keeps it well. This is one of the best products. I had a single man who ordered this from me. There was a sale a while ago, and there's a set of 4 you can get. The set of 4, I think it's $94. And when you have the ability to have a party or have sales of $300, you can get it for half off. So he got the set of 4. He said he was getting it for his daughter. He'll take 1 or 2 for himself. He called me a few weeks later and he wanted to order the same thing. I said, didn't you order this already? He said, yeah, but I needed all of them. So I have to buy her a set because I'm enjoying it so much. And this is somebody who never had any Tupperware, so you never know who's going to use it, who's going to be the next customer. Okay, now I want to do a quick little game with everybody, okay?
Okay.
Can you get a paper and a pen?
Yeah.
Henshi? You get a paper and a pen? Shoshana,
I got it.
can you get a paper and a pen?
Mhm.
Rosalind,
Yes,
get a paper and a
Got it.
pen.
okay.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you to do something, and you do what I tell you, okay? Ready?
Yeah.
Shauna, come on, Shauna, join us. Take a paper and a pen.
Okay.
Now take the paper. Put it on your head.
Oh,
You're gonna draw a picture. I'm gonna tell you what to draw and how to draw it. You ready?
put it on my head.
Okay. You're going to make a big circle in the middle. This is without looking. If you want to do it on the table with your eyes closed, you could do that too. Make a circle.
Mhm.
What you just drew is an island. You're going on vacation. Now, on the island, you make a palm tree. Now, you're not looking. Make a palm tree. Now, you came by boat, so make a boat in the water.
Oh my God.
Now, go back to the palm tree and put coconuts on the palm tree.
Yeah.
Now, go back to the boat and put some holes, you know, the windows on the boat, the portholes on the boat.
Okay.
And go back to the island and put some people on the island. Now let's go back to the boat. There's got to be a sailor on the boat, so put a sailor on the boat. He's got to drive the ship. Now there's some birds in the sky, so let's make some birds in the sky,
Okay.
okay? Now it's a very sunny day, so let's put the sun in the sky. Okay, now take a look at the island you're going to. Look at what you did.
Oh my God.
Okay, you saw what you did, right? Okay, I'm going to give you points for what you did. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
If your circle is in the middle of the page, you get 20 points. Write down your 20. If the palm tree is on the island, you get 20. For every coconut that's on the palm tree, you get 10. If the people are on the island and they're not swimming, you get 10 each person. If the boat is on the water and not shipwrecked, you get 20.
I don't know where it is. I'm lost. I'm lost.
For every porthole on the ship, you get 10. If the sailor is on the boat, not drowning, you get 20.
You get a sailor.
And the birds, if you have more than 2 birds in the sky, you get 30 points. And now the sun. If the sun is directly over the island, you get 20. If it's to the right, you get 10. If it's to the left, you get 15. And now add up your points.
5,
Let's hear what you have.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10.
Low shot, the right, the edge, the right.
Eleven.
Okay, who thinks they have a high score?
I don't know. It's a high score.
100,
115.
115. Anyone have more than 115? Okay, who has like, tell me your scores, everybody.
115.
All right, what do you have, Rosalind? Rosalind, what's your points?
50.
50? Shoshana, what did you have?
115 from
I know.
faculty.
Shoshana, what did you have? Does she hear me? Shoshana? How many points did you have? I can't hear you. You're on mute. Put on your sound. Your sound is not on. I don't hear you. Put on the corner, your sound is off. Put your sound on in the corner. It says sound. There's a little red thing there. Make it on. Mute. Press the button that's mute.
Oh my God.
Oh, you got it. I hear you.
Me, 115.
I don't hear her.
115.
Oh, you have 115. What do you have, Shoshana? Hold up a paper with it. Show me what you have.
Ah,
Shouldn't have a sound.
If I'm right,
Can't see. What's the amount? What's the number that you have? Do you have more than 115? I can't hear her. She has her mute button on.
oh my God.
You don't know how to turn off your mute? Shoshana, do you know how to turn off your mute? Unmute. Don't know how to unmute her.
Oh,
You have to unmute, Shoshana. I can't. Can you unmute yourself? In the corner, in the left, there's a place to press to unmute the sound so I can hear you. There's a microphone. See the microphone? Click on it. She's not able to do it. I don't know why, but I think, Shari, you have the highest, 115. Okay, Shoshana, you don't have, you have between 50 and 115. Henshi, what do you have? I don't know, I don't hear her. Oh, she has 150. Whoa, she beat you. She has 150, Sherry.
oh boy.
Okay, so Shauna, you won it. You're the highest. And guess what? Everybody's getting a gift. So Shauna, you're gonna get the funnel. She lives right near me, so she's gonna be able to get it from me easily. Okay. And Sherry, for you, you have a choice. You can either have this cute little Tupperware grater, it's a little handy grater, or this cute Tupperware keychain.
Oh, I have that already. I'll take the other thing.
The what?
Other one, the greater.
The grater? Okay. Okay. And Rosalind, for you, I have a Tupperware scoop. See it?
I see it, yeah.
Okay, you'll get that from me. And Henshi, you'll get the keychain. I don't think you have this, Henshi. All right? Okay, great. Now, one of the things I want to do is thank you so much for coming on the Zoom tonight. This is recorded so that when I stop it, I will have it available on a link that you could show anybody you want. If you want to get orders and collect your own group of orders, I will count it as your own party. And then you could be a host and just add to it and earn some of those beautiful gifts that I was showing you, so that all you have to do is collect some orders. If you want me to send you a physical catalog, I will. And then you could show it around, but you could easily share the flyers that I sent you in the link, because that's the same sale that we're talking about, okay? Okay, and one thing I normally do when everybody's in person, if you want to do it with me now. Stand up if you're not standing. Okay, stand up. Are you standing? Okay, we're gonna do an exercise. Stretch your hands out. Everybody stretch all the way out. Let me see you. Come on, Shari, put it on the camera.
Oh, Shari left.
Put on the camera. Okay. Now clap 3 times.
Shari, they're looking for you, Shari.
Okay. Thank you for giving me a standing ovation. Okay.
All right, have a good night.
I thank you so